Hey, Logan. Guess
Hello,
what?
Craig. What's that?
Juwan Howard still has never beaten Illinois. 0-8. Did you hear the crush tonight? Crush
I
is on it
did.
tonight.
At one point, Allison had asked me what they were chanting, and I had to inform her that Juwan Howard has yet to win a single game against the Illini. And I'm not trying to predict anything, but I don't know that he'll get another chance. Just gonna throw it out there now.
Good point.
I'm not
Good
sure he
point.
wants another chance, if I'm being totally honest.
Last chance would be in Minnesota for the Big Ten tournament,
Oh,
but
that's true. Yeah, good point.
I don't know what the chances are of Michigan making it past Wednesday because right now they are the worst team in the Big Ten, and they showed it tonight. Illinois wins 97-68 over the Wolverines in Champaign. It was 28-25 with I meant to look this up before. 28-25 with 4:48 left in the first half. And Illinois closed the half on like a 19-2 run, I think. Something like that, and it was over. Terrence Shannon, he's back. Like, this was peak Terrence Shannon. He had 31, 11 of 15 from the floor, 5 of 8 from 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and he only played 28 minutes. I mean, I don't know that I've seen him play as good as he played tonight in an Illini uniform. Coleman Hawkins, 17 points. Marcus Domask, 13. Quincy Guerrier, 10. A lot of bench action tonight, so there are a lot of people in the box score, but no one else in double figures. No one in double figure rebounds, but I mean, no one played more than 30 minutes. That's the thing. Like, Brad pulled the starters with 9.5 minutes left in the game, and they didn't get back in. That's the kind of game tonight was. So,
Yeah.
I don't know how long this show is going to be because I don't know how much we can really say other than Michigan is bad. Logan can't hear me.
I don't know what you just said. I pulled my headphones out of my.
I said I don't know how long this show is going to be because I don't know what more we can say other than Michigan is bad.
Yeah, Michigan is bad, and Terrence is back. Pretty much that. That's the story. Yeah, I mean, this was Michigan's really bad. Credit to Illinois because I've seen Illinois go up X number of points on teams and then choke it all away. I didn't expect that to happen. As you talked about, they were up pretty big at halftime. And should have been up even more. That shot by Coleman was literally seconds away. Hey, Mom.
They never showed the replay, did they?
No,
I
but
don't think I ever saw a replay.
It was after the shot or the clock. But yeah, I mean, Illinois just put the throttle on, and Terrence was electric. He was in fuego. 5 for 8 from 3, 11 for 15 from the field. There's just not much else to say. Illinois showed tonight why they are, the second best team in the Big Ten, and Michigan showed why they're the worst. Plain and simple. Yeah. Not much else to dissect. Just happy to be here because the last showing was not the best outing. I was thinking about it today, and I've said this a lot. The key to this basketball season is win the games you should win, and then try to squeak out a few games that you shouldn't. That's obvious. Like, that's how, every team in every sport, like, that's how you should look at it. But, like, legitimately with Illinois, that's how they should look at this. You win the games you should win. And tonight they certainly did. They emphatically beat Michigan.
Yeah, I mentioned this in the open here. Michigan made it 28-25 with 4:48 left in the first half. 18 seconds later, Terrence hit a 3. Michigan goes down and scores. So at 4:30, Terrence hit a 3. At 3:56, Terrence hit a 3. 3:09, Domask made a jumper. 2:01, Terrence hit a 3. And 48 seconds left, Terrence hit a 3. So Michigan got it to a 3-point game. Terrence Shannon scores 12 points, 4 threes in the next 4 minutes, and it was iced. It was over. Um, he was the fast break again. He was hitting the threes like he was. Who said it? Bootzilla. I already showed it. That was December 26th and before, December 22nd and prior, peak Terrence Shannon Jr. Defensively tonight, do you think they were better, or do you think Michigan was just not good?
Michigan is not
14%
good.
from the field. They
Um,
shot 10% from three. They were 1 of 10, and that one make came with like 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
So do you think it was more so Michigan just being dog ass, or was Illinois playing better defensively?
I mean, I think it was a little bit of both. I think Illinois was better defensively, but Michigan's just bad, and I think that's really what a lot of this comes down to. Michigan kind of they went on a run in the first half. Admitted I wasn't like concerned, but I thought, okay, this is par for the course. Illinois was up 24-13 at the 10-minute mark in the first half, and then Michigan went on like a 10-3 run or something. And it was a 4-point game. And then that's about the time that Illinois went on their run, and then the rest is history. It was a better defensive showing from Illinois tonight, but I do think there were times, especially in the first half, that I thought this isn't a better defensive outing than what we had seen the last few games. I don't think that Illinois is an elite defensive team. They're just not.
No.
And I know we've talked about it. I know what the analytics showed early on in the season. That's just not the case. That's just not what this team is defensively. They have several weaknesses defensively. But when you play a team like Michigan, that's kind of they're just really bad. I mean, plain and simple.
Yeah.
And then here we go. I keep saying they're really bad, and then watch them beat us in the tournament. But yeah, that's just they're bad.
Looking at the analytics, I'm not going to go into my thing because who cares? But there is one thing I want to mention. Have you looked at like much of the stat sheet tonight?
I mean, I'm looking at the box score right now.
Have you seen the plus minuses? Don't look.
Yeah, there's just some high numbers. Yeah.
Terrence Shannon was plus 36 in 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Coleman Hawkins was plus 33. Ty Rogers was plus, the starters, the 5 starters. Quincy Guerrier was the worst at plus 13, but the other 4 were better than plus 25. That is insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I know what that number means, but I can't even fathom like that number.
And for like the past 3
incredible.
weeks, we've been talking about how flawed the stat is, and here we are, like lauding
it can be flawed, but we can still be like in awe over that number. 30 plus 36 in 28 minutes. What in the world? I don't even know how the math works on that.
To answer a question from the non-related to you, Tim Lee, Dre Gibbs Lawhorn had 8 shot attempts in 12 minutes tonight. He was 4th on the team in shot attempts. Terrence had 15, Coleman had 10, Marcus Domask had 9, and Dre was 1 for 8 from the field.
Dre's not afraid to get his shots up. That was
like Mark says here, DGL has never seen a shot he did not like. That's what he came in. He got early tick. He came in early. He was on the floor before Luke Goody was. Not long after Justin Harmon. Like he was in the first half, and he wasn't in for a couple minutes, and he got the ball. And I just hear from the corner of the other side of the couch, "Oh, he's gonna shoot it." From Christy. She doesn't watch the game. She doesn't know. But even she realized early, she's like, he don't care. He just throws it up. Like, yeah, he kind of goes 100 miles an hour the time.
There was some of that going on in my living room as well. He's not afraid to shoot it. It doesn't really go in. I don't really know what his future looks like, but he's electric out there. He doesn't mind throwing it up.
I
But
mean,
yes, he is a freshman. So
I like that he got on the floor
of
because he
course,
hasn't got a lot of time, and he played before. He was in before the game was in hand, so he was in some serious minutes,
yeah,
and I think it's good for him. We didn't see Amani tonight, which he was not on the injury report, so that would tell me he is back in full. But 0 minutes from him tonight, I don't know that we should look into it. But he's the only Illini that was in uniform that did not play tonight.
yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think that one needs to be analyzed. I think he's just
No,
been
just throwing the
injured
stat
most
out
of the
there.
season, and Brad didn't really feel like it was worth risking to have him
Yep.
out there. So
Yep. I kind of just blew right through it at the start, but if for those of you that are here, give us a like, give us a subscribe. It's to the point now where we're gonna try and do these post game shows for the rest of the season. So about 10 minutes after the game, 10, 15 minutes after the game ends, we'll hop on here and hold you guys over until some other shows that you might want to watch that are a little bit more knowledgeable than us.
till the professionals hop on their show. We know why you're here. We understand.
We know.
We appreciate it.
We do. We do.
Know why you're here.
But yes,
send our love to the
specifically Jeremy Warner, Derek Piper do a great job at Illini Inquirer. We're not trying to steal from them. We're just two fans that break down. So break down what we see from our couches. They are actually at the game. So we understand if you hop off and join theirs. But give us a like and give us a subscribe since you're here, and share it on all your social medias and follow us on all of our channels that are there as well. I don't really have a whole lot else, so I'll keep an eye on the chat. If you have any questions, we actually got one here from Mark. It's a little early to start talking like this, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how screwed are we next year? Let's enjoy this year, Mark. Come on now.
I think it's fitting that Mark is asking this question because speaking of the other podcast, Isaac Trotter, who writes for 24/7 Sports, put out an article yesterday or today, basically going through every team at the high major level and talking about their off-season needs. Like, we're already looking at that. It's February 13th, but I mean, he didn't focus on Illinois. It's about literally every team, but I just thought it was interesting. This team is full of fourth and fifth year guys, none of which will likely be back. Coleman's the only one that has any eligibility left after this year, and I highly doubt that he'll return. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty new roster next year. But as you said, Craig, we're going to try to enjoy this ride for as long as it lasts. You're not going to run into a lot of teams as bad as Michigan, but if you play like you did tonight, you're going to win more than you lose. And we talked about it, in our last show, kind of, what's ahead. Yeah, Maryland could be tough. Penn State's not great, but you never know. It's on the road. They brought up, this is unrelated. Well, sort of. It still kind of blows my mind that the Illinois Purdue game, the second to last game of the season, is a Peacock game. Could be for the Big Ten title. I don't think it will be. Could be for the Big Ten title.
I digress for a second and get away from men's college basketball. Do you know what else is on Peacock this week?
Caitlin goes for the record.
Caitlin Clark is going to break the record on Peacock. Woof.
This is the world.
I mean, good for Peacock, but oh man,
that's the problem. They can't flex it anywhere. Like there's nothing in there. They're not just going to throw it on NBC proper. This is the world we live in now. Like, Peacock is just a place. So yes, Caitlin Clark will break the all-time women's scoring record on Peacock Thursday night, and Illinois and Purdue will play for probably not the Big Ten championship, but like there will be stuff on the line there. On March 5th.
I think Purdue
that will also be a Peacock game. Just think that's interesting.
Yeah,
We didn't talk about the Peacock thing last time. I know you put out a poll question about it, and we meant to talk about it. People are in the chat here. What's the vibe on the whole Peacock situation? Do people do you care? Like, did you already have it because you had it for NFL games or like for something else?
January 30th was the first Peacock game? Was that Ohio State? What game was that?
Yes, Ohio State.
Is when I put the poll.
Yeah.
150 people, 149 people voted, which is a decent amount for my polls. 67.1% of people already had Peacock. Okay. So, I mean, I think it's not as big of an issue as people seem. They just like to bitch. 23% said no Peacock. 9.4% did say they bought it for, at the time I bought it for tonight, but I mean, they bought it for Big Ten basketball games. So, I mean, I already had it. It's got Premier League. I watch Premier League soccer. It's got all this I honestly think it's one of the better streaming services, and
I think it's a good streaming service.
I've thought this pretty much all season. It puts on just as good, if not better, of a basketball broadcast as Big Ten Network and Fox. I think they're doing a great job, other than Jack Collinsworth.
You didn't have to worry about Jack tonight. You had Noah.
Had Noah.
Noah coming from Bikini Bottom on Sunday to Champaign, Urbana on Tuesday. I don't know. I don't exactly know where Bikini Bottom is, but that's where he was broadcasting from for the Super Bowl. And now he was in Champaign. So yeah, I think Peacock's a good product. So like, I don't have any issues with it. I'm already paying for it, but like they've had exclusive NFL postseason games, which I know pissed a lot of people off. There have been exclusive Notre Dame football games, which piss a lot of people up here off. So like it is whatever at this point, but I just thought it was interesting.
Michael has Peacock. See. Mark, I'm cool with Peacock, yes. But I'm rich too. Yeah.
The first round of the tournament will be on Peacock as well.
Yeah. So there's I think for the most part people are okay with Peacock.
I think it's a good product. I think they've done a good job.
Mark here too, becoming our biggest fan, had an idea for us. Screw the other shows and change the name to Best Damn Illini Show. That's not a bad idea.
It's not. We probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do these, we should come up with something other than Postgame. Like he's got a point.
Maybe this offseason we look into a rebrand of our Postgame show. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to have some discussions with our producers and our financial supporters and see what the people want. We don't have any of those.
No, we have zero support.
But if you want to support the page, just click like, subscribe, get in the chat, get in the comment section. That helps the algorithm.
Retweets, shares, all that stuff. You know what really helps? Like if you're at work and you got an extra screen or just like in the background, just pull up the shows and just let it play. You can put it on mute. Just let it play. It really helps the algorithm.
Even when I drop movie podcasts that only 47 people have watched, check that out too. Like shameless plug. Like, yes, I know we've become the Illini post-game podcast, but like we posted other things on there. Check that out too.
Yeah.
What else do we need to talk about?
We do it every show. Do you want to at least talk about an everyday guy? Is it obvious tonight? Do we have to give it to the high scorer?
Well, I like Mark's idea of Max Williams.
Okay.
It was obviously Terrence. Like what else do you want? 31 points. He he's back to form tonight. There's a serious debate right now as to if Illinois gets one player on the all Big Ten first team, who's it going to be? It's a serious debate, and I don't think they get two. But like, if you get one, who's it going to be? It's going to be an interesting topic for voters here in a few weeks because Marcus Domask has played really well. But if Terrence, comes back to form, it's going to be hard to keep him off that list, even though he missed, 5 Big Ten games. But
you're going to have Edie.
Yeah.
Probably going to have Boo Booey.
Yeah.
AJ Storr.
I'd probably put Jameer Young over him.
Jameer Young, okay. Tyson Walker behind those other two guards, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think Edie and Boo are chew-ins.
Yeah.
I'd probably put Jameer Young third, and then I don't know. I think Domask is in the conversation. I think Terrence is in the conversation. Store's in the conversation. Braden Smith's in the conversation.
You think Purdue would get two? I don't think you can give it to one of their
I
guards.
mean, if we're putting two Illinois guys in the conversation, I'm saying they have to be in the conversation. I don't know who it goes to, but
okay, so scoring wise, Edie's leading the Big Ten, Jameer Young's second, Tyson Walker's third, Boo Booey's fourth, Dawson Garcia from Minnesota's fifth. I don't think he'll get in.
he won't.
AJ Story is the leading scorer for Wisconsin at 16.4. Domask is Illinois' leading. They don't count Terrence because he missed 6 games. He doesn't qualify statistically for these stats. Yeah, it's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough.
And I mean, I'm not saying he's quite there, but and we're not even mentioning Coleman Hawkins.
Coleman Hawkins, yeah, he's
I think in a different scenario would have an argument too, but I think he's going to be third in terms of Illinois players. So yeah, I just think I mean, we still have, however many more weeks to go here. So
yeah,
a lot of things could happen, but I think it's going to be an interesting topic because I think both of them, both Marcus and Terrence, and even Coleman to an extent, can make a case for first team All Big Ten. But I really have a hard time thinking that more than one will get it. So, yeah. What else? Up next?
I have anything else? Yeah.
Up next, Maryland.
Next is Maryland on the road.
Saturday.
Couple road games. You think they'll stay out east? I'm assuming they'll stay out east. Saturday at Maryland and Wednesday at Penn State.
Saturday to Wednesday.
Yeah. I would assume so, but you can't guarantee anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maryland has since they beat Illinois, Maryland is 2-5. They have lost at home to Michigan State and lost at home to Rutgers. So take that for what it's worth. Yeah, that's a great question. When was the last time Illinois beat Maryland? Let me pull up. I have the record book.
Great. I'm glad you have that handy. Do you have it printed out?
I don't have it printed out, but I do have it bookmarked for quick access because I check this all the time. Got to find the right page, though. I should bookmark series records because that's what I'm always checking.
This is great content.
Scrolling.
I see that nobody's asked you how you got your beads.
I know. I was waiting for it.
Figured Mark or somebody would have that one ready to go.
I know. No one said anything.
I don't want to know.
Well, you're not going to because YouTube is a family-friendly platform, and I cannot disclose that.
Is it?
All right. Here we go. Maryland. I know we do not hold the series record over them. Did you see the all-time series record against Michigan? I was surprised it was that lopsided.
No, I guess I didn't.
It's now 95-85. Illinois has won 95 meetings. So Illinois is now 7-15 against Maryland. 2022, January of 2022, Illinois
Bootzilla had it first.
Good call, Bootzilla. But since Maryland joined the Big Ten, Illinois is 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3-10 against Maryland since they've joined the Big Ten. They have never beat them at College Park as Big Ten members.
Yeah.
They beat them at College Park in 2011. That would have been a non-conference game at the time. And then the other one, they beat them at Madison Square Garden in 2019.
My hopes aren't super high for Saturday. Again, win the games you should win, and that's a game Illinois should win. But I can definitely see that not going in Illinois' favor.
Yeah.
That one's Illinois 62% favored according to Ken Palm. I might be taking Maryland in my weekly pick'em.
You do a weekly pick'em?
I do. I'm not
Why
doing
did I
very
not know
well.
this?
My dad almost ran the table last week. Kudos to you, Tim. Why don't you get invited? I don't know. There's no spot for you. I don't run it. If I have a spot, I'll
Is
let
it
you
just
know.
like what is it? Is it college basketball? Is it Big Ten basketball?
No, it's college.
Is it every Big Ten game?
No, it's like we
No,
just pick 10 games a weekend.
Huh. What's your record?
Not
Is
good.
it against the spread? Is it straight up?
No spread. Straight up. I'll explain it to you later.
Basically, this year all you need to do is pick home teams because that's what's happening. It's insane. I mean,
I'm not
what
doing very well.
Texas Tech did to Kansas last night?
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so we got at Maryland, they're net 81, at Penn State, net 93. Those are Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday is the schedule. We need to get out of here. We're slap happy tonight after this.
I mean, I'm just laughing at the chat. Yeah. Maryland, that's just the game you hope you could squeak one out, I think. Honestly. I just, as we talked about, Maryland tends to have Illinois' numbers. So if you could squeak that out, I think you got a good, fairly, I shouldn't say easy, but less than difficult, better than difficult. Next 3 games or so. So you get Wisconsin and Purdue, and then who knows?
A couple other ranked games have already been played as well. Marquette beat Butler. Syracuse upsets North Carolina at Syracuse. Like I said, take the home teams.
4th, Tim.
Iowa State beats Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Dayton wins at home. Virginia loses at home to Pitt, 74-63. And for the first time since Larry Bird, Indiana State is ranked, and they lose to Illinois State in Terre Haute. You just hate to see it, you know? You hate to see it. And now they play at SIU next. So, yeah. Good luck,
All right, here's the question of the day before we log off.
Okay.
I need you to power rank every Division I basketball team in the state of Indiana.
State of Indiana?
Yeah. This year. Right now.
Okay.
Purdue is obviously number 1. I'll give you that one. What happens after Purdue?
I was trying to think of a funny way not to put them number 1. But
Ball State?
Oh, yeah.
Ball State, chirp.
Bootzilla here saw that Illinois State was down 3 starters too. I don't know about that, but I did see that Brandon Lieb isn't good enough to crack the rotation at Illinois State, and he played 2 or 3 years at Illinois.
Good to know.
I'm trying to think. Probably Butler number 2. Indiana 3. No. I'm forgetting Indiana State. I would put Indiana State 2nd. Butler 3rd. Indiana 4th. And then after that, I don't know. Valpo's terrible.
Notre Dame's terrible. I don't know anything about Ball State.
Yeah, Ball State, I'm sure, is terrible too.
The question at work was who would win Indiana versus Notre Dame. And I said I think Indiana is the better team.
I think Indiana is better than their record shows. They just don't have any guards. They can't shoot the ball. Renew is great. Khalil Ware is a great Big Ten big. They just don't have any guards. So yeah. All right. I think that's going to do it for us. We were on here way longer than we needed to. We were just absolutely
Did we
rambling.
mention that Illinois almost held a team from making a 3 for like the second time this season?
I mentioned that Michigan didn't hit their first 3 until
I thought you
last in the game.
I just thought about it when you.
What was the other one?
Said that.
Who was the other team that
Indiana
didn't hit 3? Oh, that's right.
That's what made me think about it. I thought you had said it, but I couldn't remember. Okay. Yeah, let's shut it down.
Do you have Valentine's Day plans? What are you and the fiance doing?
You're looking at it. Oh no, that's
Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
No, we won't do anything tomorrow. We'll probably do something this weekend. Yeah. How about you?
We got a dinner reservation, but that's it. We're
Oh,
laying low. We don't really do much.
same.
So,
Same.
all right.
What's your Mardi Gras plans?
Is it Mardi Gras?
I don't know. I just assume that's why you had your beads on.
No, I think it is Fat Tuesday. I think
It is.
I think someone
It
told me
is.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
So I just threw them on.
Great.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're rambling. Let's get out of here. Illinois wins 98-68 or 97-68. Back in action Saturday. I did just say at the start of the show that we're going to try and do as many as we can. Saturday might be questionable. It is what's the tip time?
It's like 6:30 or 7:30 or something.
Oh, I will be. It's 5:30 East, 4:30 Central. It's gonna be cutting it close. Me and Logan will have to talk. I will be out of town, so we'll post it on our Twitter and all that stuff if we are able to do one or not. But
we are going to try to do one for every game, but we just don't really know what that will look like.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk Super Bowl. Do we need to talk Super Bowl?
You mean the Usher concert?
Yeah, the most watched television event since the moon landing. What are you talking about? How crazy!
First half
that?
put me to sleep, but the second half was a lot of fun.
Awful. First half was terrible.
I was honestly, I thought it was going to be done because the Deadpool trailer came out right away, and I thought that was it for me. So
you just don't care about football after college is done?
I did, but I watched. Don't worry.
I thought the commercials were terrible. I thought the second half football was excellent.
Yeah.
The overtime rules, I love. I know no
Same.
one understood them, but I love the overtime rules. I thought Usher was great. And you just can never bet against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Don't do it.
So back to the TV thing. It's because of Taylor, right?
Yeah. In terms of like the most watched people or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, she adds a different layer to it that I mean, there's just a lot of people that are just watching because she's there. Like she's the most famous person in the world. So
did you see how many watched
There's
last
a
year
whole collection of people that are watching the game specifically because she was there. So I don't remember the numbers last year compared to this year and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, that was absolutely, because I don't think that many people cared about the Chiefs-Niners matchup. And I'm sure, Usher is cool, but I don't think that was really what was drawing people to it. But yeah, it was the Taylor factor, 100%.
Super Bowl 57 had an average of 115 million. So 5 million more this year.
Does that factor in the streaming numbers or not?
I think, yeah. Okay. Yeah. 115.1 million across Fox Deportes, and digital streaming platforms last year. The TV broadcast averaged 120.3 million viewers on CBS alone this year. Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was wild.
Fun
game. It was
football's over.
A good one. Football is over. Everyone says it's baseball season, but we've got 2 more months of basketball.
Not for us.
Yeah.
Not until Cody Bellinger is in
dude,
Cubs camp.
I almost want to do a regular show some point because Bellinger's not signed. Spring training's starting. I just thought today, is Bellinger's price going up every day or is it going down every day?
It's a great question. I don't know. I truly
the closer
don't.
we get to the season, does he get cheaper or is he legit
I would think
out?
so, but I don't know. Honestly.
He's a Boris guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, all of the top 4 guys that are left are Boris. It's him and Chapman and Snell and Montgomery are all Boris clients. So, yeah. Until Cody Bellinger is in Cubs camp, I'm not even focused at all on baseball. It's basketball.
That makes sense.
And Io put up 30 points last night, 29 points.
See, we keep saying bye and then thinking of other stuff. Yeah, Io career night, 29 last night for the Bulls. He's getting more PT because Levine is out for the year, but the Bulls just aren't very good. So there's that.
What else you want to talk about? Have the professionals started their show yet? Are people still on here?
They probably have. Our numbers have gone in half. We've been cut in half since we stopped talking about the Illini. So that shows we are truly a Illini only fan base here. But yeah, I think that's it. We could go on for another hour, but we are. It was an early night for us, so we're gonna get out of here a couple hours earlier than we normally do. So again, Illinois wins. 29-point win. Should have been it was up to 35, but ends up 29-point win. It's a good one to build off of. Next game Saturday, 4:30 Central at Maryland on Fox.
I don't know.
Oh, on the big one. It's on Fox on Saturday. For Logan, I'm Craig. We might see you Saturday. We'll let you know. Peace.
Go enjoy the professionals.